Hello, what's up? This is Coleman.
And this is Mitchell.
This is one of my replays that I want to show. This game was a pretty surprising result at the end.
Yeah, we got a Protoss versus Terran here. The Terran is WeedCraFt. Your Protoss is none other than MrBiggles, also known as Coleman. PvT, I like to think the Terran is pretty favored in this matchup, as Marines are just very powerful in the early game.
That is very true. Ranged units against melee units.
Yeah, you know, all the Protoss can only really get out Zealots and Stalkers in the early game, and Marines can kind of kite Zealots. Why is it so slow?
Oh, because we're on normal.
Oh, my bad. Alright, as I was saying, Marines can kind of kite Zealots, and Marines are just pretty good against Stalkers on their own, so yeah.
Sorry for putting the game speed for slow. We wanted to, fill in before we start commentating. But yeah, it's a pretty standard game. I'm just making probes. Terran's doing gas before barracks. That's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, this is interesting. We'll see if he kind of goes a fast Reaper or a fast kind of Marauder build going on, or maybe a fast tech to Banshees or something like that. We'll see how that comes into play later in the game. Usually Terrans like to get their gas going when their first barracks is building, so he did get a little early there.
Indeed.
So what's your strategy when facing a Terran in a game like this, Coleman? Right? What are you thinking in a situation like 2 minutes into the game? What are you going for here?
Well, I do know if I see the gas and if I see a tech lab, there's probably going to be some Marauders. So what I usually do is pump out several sentries, try to force field my ramp, buy me as much time as possible, because I know that Protoss, as long as we can survive a little longer, we have an economic advantage due to Terran's low SUV count in the early game.
It looks like you're getting a pretty fast double gas here.
Yeah, just to get down those sentries.
You want to get a pretty fast sentry to ward off some early pressure?
Indeed.
I see. And it looks like the Terran, sticking with one barracks. There goes his orbital. You got some more barracks queued up.
Ooh,
your probe's doing a pretty good job at harassing there.
Pretty good job.
Got your cybernetics core. This is not a complete wall off it. Tell us, why aren't you walling off here, Coleman?
Well, the way this map is laid out, I will accidentally usually wall myself off. Plus, against a Terran, they're ranged, so you don't really need the wall off. The only reason I partially walled off is because I like my gateway as close to the exit as possible. Other than that, it's just preference.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of Terran and Protoss games because I'm a Zerg player, but is that pretty standard for a Protoss to not wall off all the way against Terran?
It is pretty standard.
I can see the Terrans not even walling off either.
The reason I usually put my gateway so far up my ramp is because if the Terran didn't wall off and he was closer to me, and if I felt like it, I could actually do some mass Zealots. Zealots are really good against Terrans that don't wall off.
Mass Zealots yeah, they are pretty good against Terrans that don't wall off, especially if they can get kind of a semi-surround on the Marines.
Yeah, if the Terran does a micro, they are dead. But if you have a really good Terran that splits up their Marines, forces each Zealot to run toward each Marine, getting extra shots down. It seems like the Terran player is getting stemmed pretty early, finishing before the 6-minute mark.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why he got that gas so early. He hasn't really spent any other gas. I think he's probably going to do some kind of stim pack timing push here.
The interesting about this Terran is that he got the gas early, but he didn't put 3 SCVs until, later in the game. He just put the 3rd one in.
He probably had some kind of build time that timed it out.
Yeah. And his mineral is getting pretty high up as well.
pretty high up. We'll check out the income tab here. Looks like harvesters are equal at 22 to 22.
Yeah.
Looks like you have way more gas income as you did opt to get double gas pretty soon. See how many. See the sentry count for you. You got 2 sentries out. Looks like you're doing kind of a little pressure here. Got a pylon here, warping in some units.
Yeah, the idea behind this build is Zealot Sentry, Force Field, the Marines, let these Zealots eat them up so they can't micro and run away. So right now I'm going to attempt to do what I just said.
Looks like he's got a lot of Marines here. See if he can do this
but
well.
With not much micro, Zealots are pretty good.
Pretty good force fields here.
Yeah. I decided to back away. Force
I
field
agree
the
with
ramp.
that. Good move, good move.
Get some more reinforcements, and then move back up. It's pretty interesting. The Terran player actually has a lot of minerals right now.
A lot of minerals, and he is queuing up Marines out of all his barracks.
Yeah, that's like 3 queued.
So yeah, I think this battle will be pretty close here. It looks like you have the advantage on the army here, especially with these zealots charging up the front, kind of taking the damage. Pretty good force field separating his army.
You know, moving in. He's running out of his health getting lowered. My zealots are running in, trying to clean things up. SCVs are pulled out of the line.
I wonder if the Terran can hold this off here. Looks like he does have a lot of SCVs and against 3 Stalkers. 1 Marauder doing some good work against the Stalkers. Marauders are pretty good against Stalkers.
Now that I look back, I should have used force fields to protect the zealots earlier. You know, just like so the SCVs can't get us around. So he actually tricks the AI right now.
He does.
Yeah, the SCVs.
As they're going to attack the Marines and have to walk around all the SCVs.
Yeah, like a little maze.
Let's check out the workers killed there for you. Okay, he managed to kill 8. So you have a pretty significant economic lead, 23 over 17. He's got no units out. You're just killing his SCVs here. Lots of Marines queued up, 6 on the way. I think the Marines will be able to deal with this once they come out.
Gets a pretty good round on the zealots.
I don't really know why he isn't stimming his Marines either.
That is true.
I mean, they have full health. Looks like you did go for an expand here.
I did. I thought I was so far in the lead, you know. Once you're in the lead, what do? Get more in the lead. Get farther in the lead.
Exactly. Pretty good micro with these Stalkers killing these SCVs. See how much more you managed to kill. 22 workers killed. Wow. Now, if I'm the Terran here, what I'm going to do is just kind of do one kind of last desperate push with Stim's Marines and hope to win it out. Looks like he is kind of ahead on the army. 14 Marines, and you only have 5 Stalkers.
Yeah.
Significantly behind the economic scale. And the Terran knows this. So he's probably going to be making some kind of push out here.
Some bad micro with my Stalkers right there. So this is my whole idea. If I could force the Terran to stay in his base with only force fields, I should be able to win the game. But I completely screwed up there. He caught me off guard. My next warp in, all my units died. Moving back, retreating.
Wow, this is sad to watch, Coleman. You had the game in your hands.
I did have the game in my hands.
Looks like these 2 Talkers will be retreating. Marines, if I'm the Terran, I gotta move out real soon, real fast, before my opponent can have any more time to get any more units warped in. Here come the Marines, though.
Marine just slowly closing in.
Here's a warp in. Now you're warping in Zealots here. How do you feel about that choice? The Marines can kind of just kite the Zealots.
I probably should have got 1 more sentry so they can't micro.
Yeah, there go the Marines kiting the Zealots away. The Zealots just evaporate to them.
So this is what I figured. I probably shouldn't have wasted those Zealots. I should have just let them kill the Expo. And then force field my ramp and just wait there.
Yeah, because, I mean, you have a lot more Harvesters. What's the harm in going 1 base against 1 base with a significant Harvester lead?
Yeah, I do have some flaws in this game. I forgot to open 1 gateway if you look down. Where is it?
Oh, you just opened it right there.
I just opened it. my warplings weren't crisp. But I would have won this game if I had some better micro. But Terran took it away. Unfortunately, I thought my micro was pretty good that game, but just one misclick later.
Nonetheless, it was a very good effort and a pretty nice strategy. I like the Zealots trying to kind of trap the Marines with the sentry force fields. And you kind of going, lol, well played, haha, GG.
Kind of mad,
I can see how you could be a little pissed off after that game.
Yeah. But got a little greedy with that expansion, so that's why I lost.
All right, well.
Well, talk to you guys later.